and do not reflect those of the station's board, management, staff, or underwriters.
And good Tuesday morning, and welcome to another edition of Analyze This here on your NPR station in the U.S. Virgin Islands, WTJX FM, with yours truly. Overcast day, cloudy day in paradise, and yeah, man, you can still feel that hazy heat. You know what I'm saying? So, but still paradise, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Anyway, we got a great show lineup today. We're going to be talking with Miss Larika Jude. She is, I think, the founder, creator, all that original stuff with the Paradise 48 Film Festival. She's going to be joining us at hour number 1. And then at hour number 2, I'm talking with a barber. Award-winning Synchro barber Carlos Flores. He's going to be joining us in hour number 2, and then I got a little announcement to make for tomorrow's show. We are premiering something tomorrow in hour number 1, in the last segment of hour number 1. So you're gonna like that, okay? So I also got some COVID-19. I got COVID-19 update, a weekly update from the Department of Health, and Esther Ellis gonna be joining us tomorrow morning. As well, to let us know what's going on here in the territory as it relates to public health in general. But of course, you know, we tend to focus on COVID. So we got Miss Jude line up. She not calling yet. Okay, good. So let me go through some COVID-19 numbers as per the Department of Health yesterday's weekly update. Morning, Tita, Commissioner Tita. Long time no see and hear. Hope all is well with you and yours. So, total tests at this point, man, we're at 509,113, of which we had 25,108 positives, 483,931 negatives. So, I know we that under 5% overall. I got to take out the volume there so that I don't hear that, you know what I mean? So 25,182 divided into 509,113. 4.9%. 4.9%. Since the start. So we're doing good. However, the current ratio is higher because the most recent sample, as per yesterday's numbers, had us at 416 negatives out of 476 total tests. So that had our positivity rate at 12.4. Not good. And we had 60 positives over the last week. 51 on St. Thomas, 9 on St. Croix, 0 on St. John. So 51 out of 60 is 85%. So 17 out of every 20 was at St. Thomas. What's going on over there? A lot of congregating going on for the Memorial Day weekend last week or what? Okay, that's a high number. And territory where we got 46 actives, broken down 11 on St. Croix, 34 on St. Thomas, and 1 on St. John. So a third of the 51 actives have already recovered, which is a good thing. But we're trying to get this number down into the low teens and single digits. So we got to keep an eye on that, right? As relates to national numbers, let me go on the worldometer.info to see what's going on. Because I ain't seen. I'm at the New York Times. We used to use their database, and unfortunately, they ain't doing that no more. So, we're going to use worldometer.info until we can find something else in the interim, and get the U.S. numbers off of worldometer.info. This worldometer.info, this is really a nice website. They tell you about the current population of the world at 8 billion, all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Worldometer.info. U.S. at 107 million total cases, 107,142,412. Deaths are at 1.1 million, 1,166,043. Let me look at the graph, though. The graph lets us know what's going on. Yeah, total cases, a little edge there, but daily new cases, literally ain't existent like it used to. When you click on the graph, it's like next to nothing compared to when it peaked in early 2002 with the Omicron. You look at the graph now, ain't that we're doing okay. Even though I read an article where they saw the wastewater treatment in New York City. They saw an increase in COVID. And that's something that Alex Kroll at the Waste Management Authority, they have a relationship with BEBO. And they've been testing wastewater as a means of finding out COVID levels. And I saw that it was on a CBS News article where they saw an increase in that in New York City. So there are ways to let us know, the little indicators to let us know when we got to keep an eye out for things and stuff like that. So nationally, holding strain, but hopefully during the summer, we exercise some good practices, because folks are going to the beach. Check when this haze clear out and the beaches are more susceptible to hanging out and all that stuff. The humidity out there, no joke, myself. Seriously, that's what we at. Okay. Yesterday the Dow was down 199.90 points, 0.5 a negative 0.59%. 9 of the blue chip stocks saw gains, 21 saw losses. Nasdaq was down 0.09%. S&P 500 was down a fifth, 0.20%. But Russell 2K was down 1.32%. So go keep an eye on that index there. But at 33,562.86, given the turmoil surrounding the uncertainty with the debt ceiling and all that, the country, trying to make things work. So we'll see what's going on. Yeah. Thank you very much for reminding me, Wallace Williams. The Caribbean Studies Association Conference is going on this week. Started yesterday, running through Friday. Okay. And Pauline Alexis Gomes, keynote speaker. They had their a luncheon and a keynote reception. The RT Park, the legacies, Dr. Gloria Joseph, Audrey Lorde, two renowned scholars, activists, and feminists of St. Croix, who are also founding members of the Women's Coalition of St. Croix. That's awesome. So thanks a lot, Wallace Williams, for reminding me of, because we know we had Dr. Chen join us last week. She's going to be handing over her presidency this week, if she hasn't done it already. So good luck with the Caribbean Studies Association conference here on St. Croix. Of course, we spoke about a number of different things, and it was just cost prohibitive with, getting to the territory. Unlike back in the day, I saw EDS CEO Wayne Biggs, and we were talking about that. And he said one of the variables that undermines economic development here in the territory as well ain't just the energy component that is a deterrent for development, but transportation, particularly here on the St. Croix side. Back in the day, he even you remember of Premier. We used to got an airline, a Puerto Rico-based airline named Premier. We had a lot of commuter airlines here back in the day. That they just don't exist anymore, man. You know what I'm saying? When I would fly back from college, right? When there were no more when I couldn't get a direct flight, right? We could always fly into Puerto Rico and take one of the commuter airlines, either Premier, Oceanair, Coral Air, what have you, or American Eagle, which was arguably the most effective commuter airline we had around here. So, things have just changed, man. We ain't got it like that no more, and that's sad. That's unquestioned regression. You know what I'm saying? So, these are things, the little variables that we're looking at here and analyze this as we continue to look at our terrain and hopefully make things better going forward. I believe we got Miss Jude on the line. Larika, what going on, man?
I'm good. How are you?
You've been ducking your boy, man. What'd I do to you?
I have not been ducking you.
I'm telling you, I'm letting the public know. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Why would you say that?
I ain't done you nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Lord.
I've been a loyal.
You have been loyal. That's why you're my favorite.
You could keep talking. I'm listening. No, I'm just joking. Hey, check this out. Arts. We normally do the arts thing on Thursday, but we made an exception for you. We'll do it on Tuesday.
Aww.
We'll do the arts thing today on Tuesday. And hey, I've got some ideas because I had a great conversation last week with a studio host, Amy Jones. That's her name. She's she's an actual artist, she isn't the visual arts like you. Know what I'm saying, the video arts, but she has a studio over there in St. Thomas, and we got Lucian Downs and a lot of artists. The art industry is taking off here in the territory on every level, man. Looks like you may have been a catalyst last year to take a bow. Seriously.
I wouldn't say that, but it definitely is. I've been seeing it for a few years, so
yeah,
I'm happy to be a part of the movement. I have. I've been seeing a lot of emerging artists, filmmakers. I've been seeing a lot of emerging talent come out. So just kind of take advantage of the fact that everybody is being more creative these days and willing to showcase their art. Sometimes we're so stuck in our bubble, not wanting to step out, but I've been seeing it, so I'm happy about that.
Tell me, parakeet friend in the back, I said good morning, man. That's a parakeet.
Listen,
what kind of board? What kind of board? Because I shouldn't assume.
It really is a parakeet. No, they are. They're right here on the tree. I had to come outside. I have no service in my house. I have like SOS on my phone. So forgive the birds. They're joining me today.
No. We into creativity and doing different things, so it's all good. No, but seriously,
right?
Seriously, this art thing, man. We've been doing this gig now for a little bit, and the incorporation of Arts Thursday has exposed me personally to what you just mentioned. It's been fermenting, and now it's it's there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a history major, so I like to look at it from a historical standpoint. So
Historical.
we got so many brilliant artists here over the years, going back hundreds of years. That's the thing about this, So hopefully,
Yeah.
So how did the festival go last year? Because your thing was nonstop, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. I'm not even gonna lie. Our first year, the reception that we got from the USVI and the BVI, and then the community who came out to support the local artists, local filmmakers, was amazing. And I honestly did not expect it to be for it to be so successful. Well, I wasn't expect it to be successful, but I didn't expect the reception that we got.
No?
Last year. No, I did not.
So hold
it
up
was
a second.
like,
Hold up a second. Didn't you make an appearance on Analyze This before you did this thing?
I mean, you're right. Sometimes I come and analyze this. I should have known that it was going to be great.
No, I'm just teasing. No, but Clifford Graham told me afterwards. He said, "Neville, that thing there really was nice." You know what I mean? So so that's good. So you are. So you decompress after you had it last year, and then you had to crank it up again. So what was the cranking up part like for this year?
For this year, pretty much what we did, we were able to, we already had a shell in place considering that we did it the first year. So it was easy coming off the heels of last year to just kind of pretty much do everything that we did last year, but step it up a notch. Same partners, reached out to our judges. We were able to get even more people involved this year. The ideas that we had. Planning was, I ain't gonna lie, I did take a whole month to decompress after, but we kicked it off into high gear from August, and we've been going nonstop ever since. And now this is next week, and the preparations they've been good. I've gotten people who've told me that they're excited about it. The filmmakers, the competitors, they're excited about it. So I'm really looking forward to next week. I'm not even gonna lie.
How well, you know what? We're gonna take a break. Got a great start. We got Larika June joining us from Paradise 48 Film Festival, which takes place. I think it starts next Friday, right? It's a 48-hour thing, or
Yep.
right?
Yep, the competition is next week, Friday to Sunday.
Next week, Friday to Sunday. Okay, we'll take a break, come back, talk some more with Larika Jude, and actually get her to tell you a little bit more about herself before we go into details about the film festival. So we'll take a break. Be back right after this.
This is the PBS Video app. Install it on your phone, tablet, smart TV, or other streaming device, and use it to access more of the PBS shows you love. But if you're looking for even more shows to binge like this, or early access to shows like this, then look for this icon. That's the PBS Passport icon, and it means that video is part of PBS Passport. Passport is our way of saying thank you to our station members. Donate to your local PBS station today, and one of the member benefits you'll receive is PBS Passport, which offers extended access to a growing library of new and favorite PBS programs. You can support your station and your community by becoming a member today. Visit pbs.org/getpassport for details. Watch PBS Passport anytime on any screen, wherever you stream. It's your ticket to the best of PBS.
The PBS NewsHour has a rich legacy of in-depth reporting and strong storytelling.
Only 4 people have sat in that chair before us, and the enormity of this moment is not lost on me. People turn to us because they know they can hear from trusted sources of information and news.
That won't change a bit, even as the faces behind the desk change.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Bennett.
And I'm Amna Nabaz.
Weekdays at 7 p.m. on WTJX TV, Channel 12.
I got some batteries and 2 flashlights.
So, champ, I feel like you get taller every time I see you.
And we're back here on Analyze This, and we're joined this morning by Miss Larika Jude of the Paradise 48 Film Festival. Good morning, Miss Jude. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing great.
Go ahead.
Sitting outside, enjoying the birds.
Yeah, my partner. Tell the people about Larika Jude before we get into the festival.
Oh, Lord. Okay, hi. I'm Larika Jude. No. So pretty much I'm a local creative producer. I have a production company that was started right here in the Virgin Islands. I went to film school, got my bachelor's and my master's both in film, my MFA in film production. And so I've been, from time I was in high school, film has always been my thing. The one thing that I was actually going to school to be a doctor. That was my goal. And then one year a teacher decided to give the class a project to do a short film on Nat Turner, and that was the turning point, no pun intended. That was the turning point that got me into film, and I went to school actually and participated in a similar competition, but it was only 24 hours. And with the 24 hours, I was like, man, this is a really dope concept, a really great idea. I think, it would be awesome to bring this down to the Virgin Islands. And I came back. That was all the way back in 2009. And I've been sitting on the idea for over 10 years. And then, as I mentioned earlier, with the emerging talent that I've seen, and then people who I realize, are coming out as, they're doing videographers, they're doing short films. And I'm seeing it. I was like, you know what? I think it's time to bring this justice off and bring it back out. And here we are.
No, that's
second year, second annual film festival.
And short film.
Short film, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Break that down. Break that down for people who may not know the distinction and all that stuff.
Okay, so the short films are pretty ranging from 30 seconds to about 30 minutes. That's generally how short films are categorized. Anything up from 30 hour long, 2 hours, 3 hours these days are considered features. But for the competition's sake, what we're doing is just short. So we're giving them competitors 4 to 7 minutes in order to tell a story. And what we did is each competitor have a different genre. They're going to be able to spin for a genre, and they don't find out that genre until next week, Friday, at the kickoff event. And that kind of eliminates them being able to create any content in advance. If they're creating any content in advance and if they're listening, they're disqualified. But after that, they also get hidden elements that we've decided upon. My team and I, we decide upon. And everyone has to include these hidden elements in their short films. And so when we watch the films back on the 24th, the community, they're going to see that a lot of the films have very similar things that they're finding in each of the films. And what they have to find is a character. What they have to include is a character, a landmark, a line of dialogue and a prop. And so each competitor will have this specific element in their films, and it's really cool to see how they incorporate each team incorporates these elements. Like last year, our prop was a machete, and you would not believe creative ways people made a machete. They had the crucian gold necklace, the machete necklace. Some people actually use a machete. They were really creative with how they used it. Our line of dialogue was a monkey know a tree to climb. I've had people sing it, people say it, people use it as an air freshener, text and an air freshener for a silent film. So I'm really, I can't keep saying it, I'm really looking forward to seeing how they incorporate these elements this year, what they come with, because I know they're going to come hard. I'm already hearing the competition from people. They're like, man, we coming this year going to be on, we can't wait for people to see it. So that's pretty much what it is.
Oh, that's awesome. So now you're in the film festival business, and you know that I think you got an idea where I going with this. You got film festivals all over the world. Now you got to start putting together a budget so you can fly around and start flexing and letting them know that you're doing a little something on this level here in the Virgin Islands. I know last week, and the big one is the one in France, the Cannes Festival, right?
Right.
And that was and that one lasts a whole week and a half, I believe, or almost 2 weeks. But and they got red carpet thing. Of course, I mean you're thinking at that level, but film festival.
We have a red carpet. We had a red carpet last year.
No, I'm talking about global notoriety.
As big as Cannes. I got you.
Yeah. No, me taking away the thing from you. I know film festival, but
I was like, they were fancy.
No, but the point I'm making is you're now a part of this realm, and moving around and getting a feel for what's going on. Even if it's on a smaller scale compared to Cannes, it's still a film festival.
Right. Well, it's funny that you said that, because that has always been like my goal for where this festival and how I compare it. I've always said that, I want this festival to be as big as Cannes. I want people to be able to travel here to the USVI just to participate in this festival. And of course, right now we just have, 2 weekends, the competition weekend, and then the weekend, the following weekend, the 24th, which is our award show and screening. But outside of that, I've always wanted for this festival to be so big. Like, there's 48-hour festivals all over the world. It happening every month of the year, pretty much. But something like this in the Caribbean with our culture, I think because we have such a unique culture here in the Caribbean, I think that we have the opportunity to really, take it up a notch. And so that's why I'm not ashamed. I'm going to say this. That's why we've already, next year, we're expanding to other islands around the Caribbean. I've had persons all the way down from Trinidad. I have persons from England, Antigua, Anguilla, St. Martin, all those places, Puerto Rico right next door, who've expressed interest in participating. And so next year, we're going to start slowly just expanding. And you say a week long for Cannes. Trust me, it's probably going to be about that for us too one day, with workshops and, panel discussions, all of those things. That's the goal for it. So beginning next year, that's taking a step in that direction.
No, that's awesome. Thinking big, Miss Jude.
Yes, they are.
Now, I'll ask this question, because you just mentioned that there are a lot of different film festivals taking place. Why in June and not in the wintertime when the weather is more attractive from an external perspective? Or is it a calendar thing?
Okay. So, no, I'm going to be honest with you. So this festival is actually supposed to happen in March initially last year.
I think you told me that last year. Yeah.
Right. Well, the year before, it was supposed to be, in 2021, it was supposed to happen from since then. But COVID, right? I think that's a good explainer. Everybody's like, okay, we understand. Yeah, but COVID happened, and every time we like, okay, we can push it down a little bit, a few months. Then we go back on lockdown. When we kind of open up, we go right back down on lockdown. And last year, I think the last time we decided to do it, it was gonna be March, and then we went into lockdown again. And I was like, okay, you know what? We're just going to aim for June. Hopefully by then we've already kind of hopefully resolved and going towards kind of something to start again, the vaccines and stuff. And we were starting to see the COVID numbers decline a bit. So it's like, hopefully by June it happens. And I know hurricane season, and I'm over here praying that we don't get rain out. Nothing, happens. So I'm putting this good juju out in the air. But that's the reason why we haven't. I understand that now it's raining. That's good. And I decided to just keep it because I didn't want, for it to change up from last year. It might change depending on how this year goes, though. But
so on the optimal conditions, it would have been a March event.
Yes, because March is right before Carnival time, early March, not late March, right before Carnival time for St. Thomas. There's not a lot of. I would say a lot of activities happening around February, March times. I thought that would have been a great time to do it initially.
But Corona?
Yes, COVID.
She's not very popular, You know what I'm saying?
No. She came and she mashed up the place.
Yeah. to put it lightly.
Irma, Maria,
Yes, she did. Give me some of the winners from last year. How'd the competition go last year?
Competition was great. We had some, like I mentioned before, as amazing filmmakers who participated. And one, we had someone from St. Croix, Kevin Molinar. He swept the awards, okay? He won so many awards. He won for his thing. He won Best Directing, Best Actor, Best Screenplay for his team. So I'm excited to see what he does this year. Our Paradise 48 fan fave was a team from the USVI from St. Thomas. Love VI Crawl. They won with Love Chain. And then we had you mentioned Mr. Graham before. His son, his team actually won Best Picture for Intruder, as well as Best Cinematography. And then we had a BVI winner who won Best Editing. So I'm looking forward. And everybody who participated last year participating again this year. And I think that's a good thing.
Where exactly is this taking place?
Right here in St. Thomas. Well, not because you're not at St. Thomas. I'm here at St. Thomas. So it will be taking place at the Prior Jolly Call Angeles School. That's where we're doing the screening. However, the competition takes place in the USVI and BVI, wherever they are, competitors are. They're filming on all islands. That's where they'll be doing filming their shorts, and then they'll submit it. And then when it comes to doing the community event, where we have the community come out and support these artists, that will be here on St. Thomas at Angeles School, the Prior Jolly Call. And that's on the 24th.
Now, I see a photo here of a cameraman. These look like some expensive technology these men have been working with, man. You really got to have a true commitment from the heart to get involved with the arts and the filmography and all that stuff, man. This is real.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but to be honest, I don't want people to think that you have to have a fancy camera in order to participate, because using literally all phones these days are getting they're getting more and more sophisticated, and the cameras are getting more technologically advanced. And so I've seen amazing content just come from a cell phone, where people just use their cell phone in a creative way, and they're able to create a short film. I think that I don't want to limit anyone.
Yeah, but I agree with that, right? Because I went on, I did back in 2013, I did some work for WTJX when I went to cover the Kentucky Derby when we had the two jockeys from St. Croix, right? And I had to use my cell phone to take some photos, and I was
There
shocked.
you go.
I was shocked at how smooth they were. You know what I'm saying? So I'm aware of how cell phones can do things. But
You start the movement.
yeah, but the reality is, once you get into something, this is just a general thing, though, not just
Okay.
film.
For the competition.
Yeah. But once you get into any particular genre, right, industry, and you commit, that's when you just said, no, sir, I ain't shorting myself. You check,
Right.
I gonna do what I got to do. I gonna bust my behind if I got to walk to make money, so I could get the best available stuff for me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I look at this so it was a source article from back in March, right? The Film Fest challenges Virgin Islands creativity, and then I see a shot here. I think you put this one out, right? Where this camera. Hold on, there. Let me see. He got a thing wrapped around your body. He got the camera over the top. Of course, he got tiny mask because we were dealing with COVID and all that stuff. But
Right.
this is a nice photo, man. You could tell that. You know what I'm saying? They're putting the time to own that cabbage to buy a nice camera like that
Right.
to put in to put in the product, because competition. You know, once you start competing, man, you're in the business of winning, not just being a participant. You know what I'm saying? You can keep the participant trophy. I want the winner's trophy.
Trying to win. Right.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So BVI, talk a little bit about working with the BVI. You know, because we're talking different governments and all that stuff. How does that work?
It's actually very surprisingly easy. It was surprisingly easy. I reached out to Miss Natalie Hodge from the BVI. She is the commissioner for the film office. And she's also, you know, been in film for a very long time. And I just approached her and just said, hey, this is something that I am doing. I got the USVI film office involved, and I don't want this competition to just be for the USVI. I want to involve I want to involve the BVI as well. And I just, you know, explained to her the idea. And from then she was on board. She came over last year. She loved it. And then she's like, you know, this is something that I can see us partnering with again for the future. And this is the second year, and she's still here. And the reception from the British Virgin Islanders as well has been great, and just as it has been for here, the USVI. So it wasn't really hard in terms of, you know, working with people over there. I have friends over there who are able to help connect me with different media personnel, so we can promote the festival and, you know, just share the news, I should say, of the competition and, you know, what we're aiming to do.
Oh, that's good. Of course, you know, proximity right next to each other, but still got to respect the different governments and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So we'll take a break. Great conversation with Ms. Larika Jude, founder, creator, owner of the Paradise 48 Film Festival. Be back right after this.
My skin, think it's time I find my place here.
Fasten your seatbelt.
You're taking my breath away.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Amazing.
Well, what are you waiting for?
You belong here. This is your home.
What is your sense now of the humanitarian situation?
This is making me emotional.
This experience I'm going to carry with me the rest of my life. I'll always be so grateful for everything you did for me.
Here's what's new this month with Passport.
Whichever way I turn, there's a trap. Let's set this palace on fire.
She's to be married. She is not married yet.
It's never a burden to love or give. The mother is at the heart of everything we do.
These and all your favorite shows are available with Passport. Support your PBS station and stream more with Passport on the PBS app.
Man, it's lonely. Going through life lonely.
There is the therapeutic aspect of music.
And we're back here analyze this. That was a kind of abrupt thing. Good morning again, Miss Jude. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Yeah, one of my listeners said she has to go to Cannes, all the film fests. So they let you know no.
You have to go to Paradise 48 Film Festival.
No. You establishing your niche. Right, you building cachet, right? So you got to go out there to let them know. You know what I'm saying? Incorporate. When are you done in France? The last part of May, come check me in June. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you know, you got a lot of mainland film festivals as well, right?
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
South by Southwest, American Black Film Festival. That's actually happening next weekend too.
Oh, you in competition?
Right? Like, how you choose your date at the same time? I'm like, no.
You're gonna work on that. Cause we want you up there and we want them down here, and they can't be two places at the same time. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know what? You're so right.
So,
I wanted to go. You know, I actually was gonna participate. They have a HBO has a short film competition, and that's a part of ABFF. And I was actually going to enter, like film something and enter, and then I saw the dates, and I was just like, oh no, I can't.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But that would have been nice for you to actually, while you conducting your film festival, have an entry in somebody else so to let them know that you can walk and chew gum the same time. You know what I'm saying? That would have been nice.
Right?
But
man.
Yeah, but let me work on that so that you know, you could do your thing and you could also be competing, and you know, just snatch up whatever money or whatever sweet bread they got and just bring it and incorporate it in your thing.
And make ours good and better.
Yeah. So you feeling good going into the second 48 Film Festival? Paradise 48?
Of course, you know, yes. Of course, there's the nerves, you know, of just wanting a successful event, but I do feel great about it. I feel that we are definitely stepping up this year, making things bigger and better, and it can only, that's my goal, it can only get bigger and better as it from last year. So I'm excited, definitely.
The people let me you'll find them. Let me know. Sundance, Aspen, Tribeca, Toronto. You got places to go and people to see and things to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you can get me all over the world, but that's me because I actually do want to. I do want to visit all of those film festivals for sure.
But that's the name. That's the name of the game, man. Exposure. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep. Definitely.
I think
imagine like the VI. Kind of VI on the map, not just the USVI, the BVI too. Like people who've never even heard of us. Like, where?
Yeah.
What part? In the Caribbean?
Well, until they reach, you know, and if we could somehow ultimately transition this to a wintertime thing, I think it'll get even greater. greater reach.
What do you see?
Because this time of year, a lot of people,
December.
a lot of people this time of year, they're actually going to the northern tier states and the Mediterranean. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause once it warms up, compared to how brutal it could get in January and February and all that stuff, it's like the cruise line. It's like the cruise line industry. We're very, very dominant. Like from November to March, April, and then after that, those Mediterranean cruises and Alaska and all that stuff. That's where they're going. So it's just a nature reality.
It makes sense logistically.
Yeah. So that's my suggestion. I know that you this will be your second June festival, and
June competition.
You've already cornered off a certain time of the year on the calendar, but at the same time, from a taking it to the next level type of thing, that would be a suggestion.
And it's a valid suggestion. And actually, I'm going to bring it to my team and say, hey, guys, you wouldn't believe I had this conversation with Neville this morning. What do you guys think about it?
Mm-hmm.
And if it happened, I'm going to credit you because you bring it up.
Well, yeah, ask the participants. Ask them. Just don't let them just say, well, something. I come to play my short film, and I just there to compete. Let them be a part of it as well, and and see if it works for them, and then because without them you don't really have a film festival. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
That's
and without
true.
you, they don't have a film festival. You check what I'm saying? So there's a partnership there to make it work, to make it successful, and that's something. One of the things I was speaking about with Miss Jones though last week, and we were talking about art in general, and I'm transitioning away from your film festival and just want to get a feel from you with respect to not just arts but events right here in the territory that we could use to continue to broaden our scope in terms of getting people to come to the territory and actually forcing us to pick up our game. Because we deal with a lot of different realities here, but typically when we have events, we're on our best behavior. So the way I see it, the more events we could have, the more we tend to focus on wanting to be on the straight and narrow and not embarrass us as a people. So
right.
No, I'm serious. I'm just being as candid as I can be. So
I agree.
So arts festivals are big. In general, I had no idea the kind of appreciation people have for art, and you're in the art realm, and we need to be doing things and having more events, to allow for us to show off our hospitality and art, not only hospitality but the local talent and the skill we have here in the territory. Last year when you did the 48 Film Festival, in addition to being a judge and producer and creator and founder, were you impressed with just the quality of the work?
Oh my God! Yes, I was literally when I couldn't remember. I over here stuttering. I got chills the first time I watched some of those films. I was like, oh, I got so excited! Like, yes, this is good content. And that's why I can't keep on, I can't stop saying I'm so excited to see what they bring this year because I know they did a great job last year. They're going to step it up even more. And my reception was great. Imagine persons who actually really wasn't tapped into the industry like that, and when they watched it, they're like, wow, this looks bad, man. I wasn't expecting this great. We had persons even got jobs off of the work that they did on productions in the States because of how good they work.
Oh, really?
And yes.
Yeah, man, talk a little bit about that, though, just generically without giving away.
Right, without calling names.
Yeah,
Listen, so we've had production companies or persons, local filmmakers, local persons who work in the industry in the States. They were able to see the talent of our local filmmakers here.
Anybody here?
Hello.
Look like we had a cross lane.
I'm hearing somebody else.
Me too. I had a cross lane there.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah.
But the person saw the talent, and one of the young men who participated in the competition, he was actually able to leave and actually go and work on productions in the States with I'm going to call him a producer director who came down last year. So I think with more interest in film, because I think the interest in film is definitely growing amongst the younger generation right now, as well as, those of us who are my age and a little bit older. But the interest is definitely there. And I think as we start, forming avenues for filmmakers in the VI, I think we're going to see more great things emerge.
Okay, that's good. So, 8 o'clock next week, Friday night. That's the
competition.
That's when the competition starts. Talk a little bit about that, rules, and all that stuff.
Well, actually, it starts at 6:30. The kickoff event starts at 6:30. We're gonna send out an email out to make me put information down and it, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You send out the email. Send out the email this week, where the kickoff event starts at 6:30 next week, Friday.
That's at the prayer. That's at the Prayer Holic, right over there at Antilles.
Right, the Prayer Jolly Hall. And
Prayer Jolly Hall,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Those who are not there with us in person will actually be joining us virtually over Zoom, and they'll get their Zoom link and they'll tune in. And from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, we'll be going over the rules. We'll be going over the guidelines, just giving them tips and guidelines for how to maneuver throughout the competition, giving them their elements. They're going to be getting their genres. And then from 8 p.m. on Friday night to 8 p.m. on Sunday night, they'll be in the go mode, trying to compete. We'll be actually visiting all three islands. Well, all three islands, meaning St. Thomas, St. Croix, and Tortola. I'll be coming over to St. Croix on the Sunday. I'll be going to Tortola on the Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be able to actually visit all of the teams. And because we're doing like a little behind-the-scenes highlight, video and mini documentary showcasing the competition and teams as they go through the competition. And so just seeing them, scurry and drinking lots of coffee and pulling their hairs out will be enjoyable for me. I can't wait.
Yeah, this is awesome. Where you actually got you're actually doing a territory and an inter and intra territory competition. This is dope, man.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I keep saying that because I am.
Wow, I like that. Any sponsors you want to recognize for making this happen?
I'm allowed to do that. I thought I could. Okay, well, yes, WTJX for sure, number one, because WTJX will actually be bringing us our carpet pre-show this year.
Mm-hmm.
We have Andre and Lakia along with Colette. They'll be on the carpet, and it'll be a whole production on the carpet this year. So I can't thank WTJX enough for joining and coming on board. And then also they'll also be a part of the prize, because the winning films will also be aired on WTJX as well. So I think that will be a great thing that they get even more exposure for their content. And then I have, of course, the USVI Film Office, the BVI Film Commission, as well as MDM Inc. They'll also be our other media partner. Who else? The EDA. This is why I try and pull up my notes because I don't want to forget nobody. Okay, so the EDA, then we have VI Lottery, Japanese Films PC, West Indies Company, First Bank, Oswald Avenue. We also have a Federal Credit Union, VI Council on the Arts, Colormax, Westline Pro, and then Caribbean Cinemas as well as VIA. So Caribbean Cinemas is our other prize sponsored. The winning film will also be aired in theaters across the territory.
No, we got they got to get recognized. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
right.
You know what I mean? We're not a commercial station. I
didn't put that out yet.
Yeah, but you know this. We're not a commercial station. We're NPR, but at the same time, they're doing this from a sponsorship standpoint. It's not a commercializing type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So.
Right, they just showcasing the film.
Yeah. They're making an event happen. So, that's
right,
that's
definitely.
important.
And by the way, I just said you just got the exclusive because I didn't even put that information out yet. It was going out today, but you heard it first.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, yo,
Feel good about yourself, right.
Yeah. You got me stuck on yo. No, I'm just having some fun here. Look, Miss June, congratulations on the second Paradise 48 Film Festival. And I'm proud of you as a Virgin Islander. You know what I'm saying? Making things happen and all that good stuff.
Thank you.
And, consider some of the suggestions with respect to time of the year, you getting out there, flexing. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't want you to limit yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got it going on, and of course, my audience agrees with me. We want to see you out there in the Aspens and Torontos of the world, and Cannes. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself over there in Cannes and show off a little bit, and all that good stuff. Okay, so don't be a stranger, and be good,
I won't.
and have fun.
Thank you so much.
Have fun, and congratulations, actually, on putting in all the hard work and seeing it pay off over the next 2 weekends, beginning on 6:30 Friday evening, June 17th, and then from 8 p.m. to 8 p.m. from the 17th to the 19th, and then the following weekend, right? Awards and judging and all that stuff.
I didn't correctly. June 16th to the 18th.
Yeah, you're right. 16th to the 18th. I apologize. Friday the 16th.
Okay.
Friday the 16th to Sunday the 18th. I apologize. That's my fault.
Right, and then Saturday the 24th for the screening
Saturday
and award
24th.
show.
Correct. Alrighty.
Yep.
Thanks a lot, man.
Right,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you so much for having me. It was nice talking to you as well.
Again, all the time. You be good. All right?
All right, you too.
You got it. That's Larika June, founder, owner, creator of the Paradise 48 Film Festival. And, short film competition here in the Virgin Islands from Friday, June 16th to Sunday evening, June 18th. We'll take a break. Be back right after this.
The views and opinions expressed on Analyze This are entirely those of the on-air participants and do not reflect those of the station's board, management, staff, or underwriters.